Welcome to the 2021 version of the 5-minute webinar series, looking at the way the new and revised standards work. My name is Ken Gaines and I am the Technical Advisor for the Digital and IT sector here at City and Guilds. This webinar will look at the on-program element and the 20% off the job that you are responsible for. The endpoint assessment, EPA, will now involve a project with a Q&A as one assessment method, and the other will be a professional discussion based on the portfolio. Most assessment plans require the apprentice to provide a project report to be submitted prior to the Q&A session, but some may also require the apprentice to do a presentation at the Q&A session itself. One key thing that you will notice is there is no longer any mandatory qualifications that need to be achieved to get through Gateway. You can choose to use material provided by us or vendor products, but the ESFA will not pay for registration or exam fees. But if you can show that the learning materials you use are relevant to the apprenticeship standard, then this can be paid for. The 20% off the job remains, and you need to check the latest ESFA funding documents for the calculation to be used. City and Guilds will not be checking this, but Ofqual will be looking for it, and ESFA will certainly check during their audit. Without knowledge modules to guide potential curriculum development, it is important to look at the pass and distinction criteria for each of the two assessment methods, as these clearly show what needs to be learned in order to achieve the apprenticeship. Collecting evidence remains important, not just so they have something for the final portfolio. We may still refer to it as summative as we're looking for their best work, but it will help you, the employer, and most importantly, the apprentice to see their progress. It will enable all three of you to judge when the apprentice is ready to go through the gateway to the endpoint assessment. Get them logging when they are learning something in the workplace. Every minute they're not doing the job but being shown how to do it can count towards that 20%. And remember, English and maths does not count as part of the 20%, and you will need to build in this time for the learner if this is required. It's important not to think of the 20% as what you deliver, either in the classroom or to the apprentice in the workplace. It covers many things that will happen in the workplace as a matter of course. Manufacturer training, for example, or training on equipment and systems by their colleagues, supervisor, or a mentor. Visiting other departments to understand their needs and the requirements that may have an impact on the apprentice's job role. Shadowing a colleague while they're showing them the apprentice fixes, developments, or system installations can also count. Getting them to record these activities is important, and you'll find that if you do this and get them to do this, that meeting that 20% is not so hard. For more information and support, we have various ways for you to contact us and several webinars and newsletters for you to refer to. The government also has various sites to get the latest updates on funding, and IFATE have their own site for you to check what is being revised in terms of standards, as well as getting the new standards and assessment plans. David and I are also at the end of an email if you wish to chat further in terms of City and Guild's approach to digital standards. We would be happy to set up calls with you to discuss this further. Thank you for listening, and check out the other webinars in the latest 2021 series available on the Digital and IT Updates and Webinar page at cityandguilds.com.